Hello, it is Matt, and welcome to episode 75 of Gross Oversimplifications, where I talk about how to do stuff to your guitar yourself. I'm a little bit flustered today because I'm in the shop late. The body corporate where I live decided that it was time to spray for fire ants in my townhouse. And I didn't have the heart to tell them that's not going to work, because, look, the thing about spraying for fire ants is it doesn't happen because they've got antibodies. Anyway, so what I'm talking to you about is I was doing a setup this week, and I've noticed something, and I can't unnotice it. And it sort of bugs me, and I feel like people should be aware of this thing prior to purchase, okay? And it's not like I haven't done a setup before. It's not like I haven't dealt with this particular bridge before. But I noticed something. Maybe the universe can provide me with a solution. That would be great. I'd love to learn something new every day. Look, last time I mentioned that, like I couldn't be a full-time content creator, mainly because who could afford that? And the universe was listening. And it turns out that this episode is brought to you by Squarespace, being the giant square space you have to route into your guitar to fit this stupid bridge in. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes talking to you about the Evertune bridge, okay? And the Evertune, if you don't know what it is I'll put up a picture. Have a look at some other videos. It's pretty interesting. It's basically this mechanism that is a series of springs and hinges that compensate for your playing to ensure that the note is perfect. So essentially, if you squeeze too hard or you're accidentally pulling a chord wrong, or you hit too hard, or somehow a string slips for some reason, it'll stay perfect because this bridge sort of moves to make sure that the note's super stable. So people who run studios love them because it means consistency between all the tracking. People who play live, they like it because it's sort of like a safety blanket. Safety blanket? Safety net. Whatever. And that does ignore the part where you shouldn't be squeezing too hard. You shouldn't be hitting it too hard, and your guitar shouldn't be going out of tune anyway. But I'm not here to neg out on this thing. It exists, and it's pretty cool. It works. So as you set up these things, okay, and according to Evertune themselves, basically you fit the string on it and you tune it up at the headstock until it gets to this. They call it zone 2, okay, in Evertune speak. If you've got an Evertune, you'll know what I mean. So you get it into your zone 2, which is the Evertuning area where you do a bend and it sort of bends with it and the note stays perfect. And then you tune it, and then you do your intonation, and then you do your height, which is a little bit backwards, traditionally speaking, but it works, okay? And then you've got a perfectly set up guitar. What's my problem then? The thing I noticed was when you change the headstock, like when you move the tuners, which you shouldn't do, but you do have to do that when you change strings, right? So you change strings, and say you're setting it up for this Evertune zone. When you fit your new strings, there's no way that you will get that saddle in the same position because that's how it works. It moves the saddle, and therefore it's moving the intonation. So you can end up, same strings, same tuning, same everything, with completely out of whack intonation. Just because of the way the mechanism moves. So just be aware if you're buying one of these things that you will have to check the intonation every time you restring. Because I know it's a problem because even on the Evertune website, half of the pictures have got visibly incorrect intonation. So if you've got a solution for that, let me know, because there's no point having a guitar that's perfectly in tune if it's not in tune with itself. Also, I think it's funny that everyone hated on robot tuners but loves the Evertune That is it. Have a good week.